If Bitcoin doesn't reclaim 110.6 thousand this week, it risks a clean rejection flush to $103,000. But if it does, short squeeze territory opens fast. We'll look at the charts from late last week. ETF flows still strong, leverage building, but spot buyers still MIA. And when perps lead the charge without spot behind it, you know that momentum's on borrowed time. Let me break this down for you, one level at a time, and then give you my outlook for the week ahead. ETF flows came in at 111.7 million on Friday. That's 11 of the last 12 sessions in the green, and yeah, we're calling that a moderate day now. This is it. We don't have data for today. Today, they're closed, okay, essentially. Today's a holiday, Memorial Day, okay? Happy Memorial Day to those that celebrate, all right? And you should, right, if you're in the US. Thank you for your service to all the military people. Anyways, 211.7 million. And as you can see, it's a smaller day, right? It's kind of a sluggish day, because on the day before that, on Thursday, we almost had 1 billion, 934.8 million in inflows, okay? When 200 million is your slow day, something is cooking under the hood, okay? 211 was a moderate day. That's crazy. Institutional demands is still stacking Bitcoin, okay? And that gives this whole move real backbone. No, not hype, just consistent pressure from the big boys. That's big, okay? So at least keep that in mind. Liquidation heat map, what does that say? Let's take a look. We look at all this stuff, guys, because it gives us a good overall picture. It gives us a real strong idea of what could happen with the market soon. Liquidation heat map, what does it tell us? There's a huge short liquidation cluster sitting above 110 to 112,000, okay? Below the price, buy side liquidity builds near 106,000 with long stops stacked towards 103,000. And what this means is if we break 110.6 thousand, shorts start cooking. But if we reject again, we probably test the 106,000 liquidity trap before the next leg. One level decides if we run or reset. CVD, okay, we're looking at Bitcoin USDT perps, okay, and we're looking at this one right here, CVD. It's flat to down, even as price is grinding up. And what this means is that it's perps, not spot buyers, pushing this move. Think of it like a borrowed rally, and borrowed rallies need real demand to stick. OI, open interest right here. It was climbing. It's been climbing. It's cooled off of its highs at 91.4. And a lot of that came in over the weekend. So we're cooling off from over the weekend. Okay, but what this means is that's probably late longers aping in, and if funding jumps or price stalls, they're the ones that are going to get wrecked, because weekend warriors, they don't always survive Monday. And funding rates right down here, funding rate sits at 0.0098, slightly elevated. Okay, and what this means is market is definitely leaning long, but we're not overheated yet. Still, with spot buyers, this structure stays fragile. BTC options. Max, let's take a look at what that's saying to us. Max pain right now, I see this at 110,000. Okay, big call walls are at 110 and 112,000, and we're seeing short gamma stack above price. What does that mean? If Bitcoin keeps climbing, market makers need to hedge by buying, and that can trigger a gamma squeeze into $114,000. Short gamma means fuel. All Bitcoin has to do is light the match. Okay, and let's take a look at this. Okay, looking at skew and IV term structure. Okay, skew is flat, implied volatility is calm, maybe slightly backward dated. Okay, and all this means is the options market, this is the options market, it is not stressed. There's no big downside bets. Okay, and that leans neutral to bullish. In the macro environment, we'll start with the DXY fading. We're at 98.96 and looks like still dropping, bouncing off a key support right here, right, which is now resistance at 100.3. Still means it's still a tailwind for Bitcoin. As long as DXY stays weak, crypto breathes easy. 10 and 2 year, we really can't get much information. We can only look at what happened last week here, because today again it's a holiday. That was the 10 year. That was the 2 year. This is the 10 year. Okay, It looks like last week they started to back off. Okay, that's a green light for risk. We like that. And the VIX, same thing. We have the data from Friday. Nothing for today. Okay, today's a holiday, so there's no update, but that spike showed traders bracing for volatility. What it all means, if the VIX stays elevated midweek, it could suppress upside, but if it calms, that's more room for Bitcoin to breathe. Gold, looking at it, and the one day, it's still pushing up. Okay, pushing up again. Okay, reclaiming levels. Still a hedge flow, not a contradiction to Bitcoin, just risk off capital rotating smart. And Bitcoin, let's take a look. Currently sitting at 109,400, holding above the 107 breakout. As you can see, last couple of days we tested it for a few days and we're bouncing off of that. RSI is not overbought. Okay, we're sitting at 69.50. I'm sorry, 66.70. Right, so there's room. Okay, volume is fading a bit, which is classic consolidation. If this is a cooling pattern, not a breakdown, but it needs to close above 110.6 thousand to trigger the next leg. Strong close and we squeeze. Close weak and we reset. Right now we are on the cusp, but still a couple hours left before the close. And on the weekly, weekly looks bullish, guys. Look at this is last week's close. Pretty volatile last week. It's right here. Okay, as you can see, last week was this week there was the highest weekly close. Okay, the previous highest weekly close, the week before, right here, that was the highest weekly close of all time. And then this week, 2 weeks in a row, guys, still looks. Just chart still says send it. Okay, strong breakout candle. OBV and RSI are both looking good. Okay, big picture still bullish, and that's good. Okay, weekly momentum only stays intact if spot buyers return. Okay, again, spot buyers, we need them. Ethereum, let's take a look. We'll go back on the daily. Look at that, right? Just surfing, like I've been mentioning, it's just surfing the 200 EMA. Okay, right now we're at 2,564.42, right? Since we flipped the 200 EMA, we haven't left it. We just been going sideways. All right, still lagging. There's no rotation yet, but it's building a strong base right here, guys. All right, and look what happened last time. Boom, boom. That's what I can see, something like that. Bitcoin dominance, what are we looking at? Let's take a look on the daily. 64.33. Okay, 64.33 and trending up on the weekly. Yeah, three weeks in a row. All right, and it's just been trending up. All right, I think the next stop is somewhere around here, 66.4. Right, this area. See what happens there. BTC is still the captain. Alt season delayed. Others, what do we got? Same type of thing. Same type of thing. We've been going up. All right, we've been going up, and it still looks like it's going up. Right now we're just consolidating sideways right here. This is on the weekly, so it looks more the same on the daily. It looks even more extended, right? Looks like the Ethereum thing, the Ethereum chart right there, right? And just riding that point of control and riding that in between the point of control, essentially works days above it, right? But most days below it and above the 200 EMA. Okay, just right there. Boom, boom, boom. Sideways consolidating, waiting for that next leg up. But look at this, doing. Could see something else doing up here, right? And if we do that, then a lot less what is it? Resistance. Okay, a lot less resistance. So we flip this POC, right? And we have a strong move, right? We could really rip right through here. We can really rip through 300,000 pretty easily, guys. I mean, this is kind of like the last hard area to get through, and then after that, it could move fast. Okay, depending what the rest of the market does. All right, but eventually, I think we are going to get up here. All right, in the short to medium term at some point, and that's good. That would mean the Fab 4 would start moving up as well, guys. Okay, Mr. Miggles right now is just playing with this 50 EMA the last 3 days. Hopefully we keep it. Okay, let's see 0.039. If we do not keep it, we could drop down here 0.032. We have to stay above. I'd like to see it stay above 0.044. If we stay above 0.044, then I could see the next target being 6 cents. Okay, Toshi. Ooh, nice little move up for Toshi. Hopefully we can get above this point of control. Notice how we've been playing up and down, up and above it. Same type of thing as we've seen these altcoins, right? Ethereum as well, just sideways, waiting for that next leg up, which it looks like it is. This is a strong chart by Toshi, guys. KeyCat, same type of thing. Charts look all very similar. Okay, same thing on the upswing, consolidation before eventually moving up again. Dogging me. Same type of thing, at least above the 50, the 200 EMAs, and compressed between the 50 and the point of control right here, which is at 3087. Right now we're at 3078 for dogging me. All of these actually would be a pretty good nibbling area, guys. Just nibble DCA in, get some exposure, and wait. All right, so selective strength. That's what all four of these are telling us. In order of strength, I would say Toshi, Dog and Me, KeyCat, and Miggles for rotation plays as well. And here's what I'm watching this week. Okay, let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin consolidates between 107,000 to 111.5 thousand. Okay, no breakout, but no breakdown either, just sideways. Spot joins later in the week. Memes stay selective. That's my base case. My bull case, Bitcoin breaks 110.6 thousand, which would mean a gamma squeeze into around the 116,000 plus area, 114,000 plus area and up, right? ETF flows stay strong. Spot joins early. Ethereum and memes follow. And my bear case, that was my bull case. And my bear case, price fails again, a flush to 104 to 103,000, funding spikes, meme coins take a 10 to 20% hit. We're still in a bullish structure, but the market wants confirmation. ETF flows are solid, perps are loaded, but until spot steps in, this rally's on training wheels. 110.6 thousand is the trigger. Above it, short squeeze. Below it, back to 106,000. Like, subscribe, and if you want my personal levels and positions, VIP Telegram is where it's at. 20 bucks a month. Let me know. Let's stay sharp this week, guys. See you guys Wednesday. Have a good one. Peace.